High 21 degrees today. Mine, of course, being 20 degrees. Barbara, 19 degrees today. Weatherman didn't stand a chance at 17, that's for sure. Anyway, it is Monday, coming into a brand spanking new working week, and September the 28th as well. While I'm here, got to give a big shout out to Angie Morris from Seroma Entertainment and Management. Angie, thank you for joining us. Well, I tell you what, let's do this first. Yes, good idea.
Galaxy 107fm.
You know, I'm excited today. I really am. And for you that are watching us right here now live, I've got to thank you for joining us. And at the same time, if you're going to be watching later on YouTube, of course, you know what to do. Sub, thumb, bell, bingo. You got it. You know what I mean. Anyway, 12 after 11 o'clock. It is 16 degrees downtown. And joining us live, coming out of... I love saying this because we've been there a couple of times over the last 2 weeks. It's Saskatchewan, and we're going to be joined live by Jordyn Pollard. Check this out. Here is Back to Us right here at Galaxy. Just get rid of that. How do you feel? You okay?
I'm amazing.
Nice.
I'm really excited.
Nice. Now, Lloydminster in Saskatchewan, what sort of town is that?
I actually am from outside of Lloydminster, from Hillmond, Saskatchewan, but Lloydminster is a more common place. It's actually the border city of Canada, so it borders, it's in 2 provinces. So we're in Alberta and Saskatchewan.
Okay.
Our cities.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That would be hard to, poke fun at your neighbours because they really are that close, eh?
They really are that close, yeah. Yeah, we hopped over the border last year when I was 18, and I went to Alberta to drink, and now I'm 19, so I can go to Saskatchewan and go to the casino. So
hey,
we play it that way.
Look at that. You're at the high end of the teens, and you can get away with stuff now. I like that.
I try to get away with things. I don't know if I do a very good job of it, but
you know something, when I was a kid I used to relish in the fact that I could go into a bar and get a beer, but when I got to the age of doing it, it got really boring all of a sudden. It's like, oh, why did I do this? You know what I mean?
It honestly is. You kind of realize that drinking really isn't that big of a deal.
Yeah, well,
and I've been singing in bars since I was 14 or 15, so it's really hasn't been that much of a surprise to me because I've always sang in that environment. So
I get it. Believe me, I actually got kicked out of my town when I was a kid and told not to come back. So I went to the closest city, which was Christchurch in the South Island, and I used to sneak into this pub. But unbeknownst to me, my father actually owned the pub and knew that I was going there. I thought I was being clever. Out of everywhere in the South Island, God, he owned the pub I went to. Anyway, Jordyn, let's have some fun, and welcome to Galaxy, and welcome to the Galaxy family.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Believe me, I hope you're up for this. I hope you've got a stiff drink, in fact.
Oh, I don't have a stiff drink. I have tea, but I don't need a stiff drink to talk some
okay.
talk.
Well, you might need your therapist number at the end of this anyway.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't have a therapist yet, but I'll get a hold of one.
Oh, believe me, I've had so many Canadians recommend some for, I've got a list of them for you.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Send them on my way.
Hang in there.
Nice sound. No sound. No. Hopefully you can hear us through it.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 16 after 11 o'clock, 18 degrees downtown. Yep, we're still beating the weatherman, 17 degrees, so I'm quite happy about that. Monday, September 28th, and opening the show this morning back to us with Jordyn Pollard coming out of Saskatchewan. In fact, Lloydminster, but not Lloydminster, just out of there, across the border from there, you know. Hello, Jordyn, nice to have you with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited.
Well, you know, I feel sorry for you, literally. We will give you a copy of everything we do today. In fact, after this, we'll take some crazy photos. Something you can put on your wallpaper on your phone, you know. Yeah, Kiwis, not healthy, don't do it. You know what I mean?
Great.
Okay, we'll do that.
Sounds perfect.
At the same time, we'll also do a very, very quick video that we'll put on our website and on the homepage of the website, because people go and look, and then before you know it, well, you got a few more friends, you know what I mean? And
I love getting new friends.
Nice. Well, here's a fan question for you straight away, Jordyn, is how do we, as a fan, get in touch with you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? But more importantly, Jordyn, do you respond?
Oh, yes, I do. I am on Facebook. You can look up my name, Jordyn Pollard, with Jordyn with the Y. Instagram, I'm Jordyn Pollard Music. On Twitter, I'm Jordyn Pollard 1. And I'm also on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel with over 100 videos on there, so you can check me out there, and I will message you back. If you message me, I can send you a signed picture. I love keeping in touch with my fans, and I consider them my friends. They're all a support system for me, so.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that. You're going to get another 5,000 Facebook fans now. You'll be there all day texting back.
It's all good.
Well, it's surreal times now with this COVID virus thing, and I take it you're not doing too many shows right now. Are you writing and recording new music right now?
Right now, I'm doing a lot of co-writing. I've had a few shows here and there, but I am also a full-time student. I'm going to school kind of as a backup plan. I also just really love learning new things. I think it's important to keep expanding your knowledge, and I'm really interested in psychology, so I'm going to school to be a social science teacher, and then hopefully a counselor, so I'm going to school for that. And yes, songwriting all of the time. Inspiration comes to me from everywhere, and I have some good friends here in Canada and would love to unite with people from the States, across the world, to co-write and just kind of learn the craft of songwriting and really expand my craft.
Well, you never know. I might be able to put you in touch with a few people like that. To be very honest with you, I've got a couple of connections. I've met one or two people. I really have. Before we go too much further, yeah, one or two. You know, I've done this a couple of times now. You know what I mean? In fact, I've been doing this for about 7 years, but we won't tell anybody that. Got to say hi to Angie Morris, coming out of Saroma Entertainment Management. Thank you so much for putting us in touch with Jordyn. And absolutely love, love, love your music. I really, really do, Jordyn. Now, at the same time, a lot of it is based on your life, and with a little bit of help from a lot of other people that have put in there a little bit as well. Now, where did you get Back to Us from? Tell me a little bit about the lyrics. Where did that come from?
Yeah, for sure. This song actually came from AP Publishing. Mark Bright, Victoria Banks, and Abby Cohn co-wrote this song, and it was sent to my producer, Bart McKay, and my management, Angie, who you just mentioned. Hi, Angie. It was sent to us, and we listened to this song, and at the point that we were going through all of these songs, I was just finishing up high school, and this song is about looking back on the days in high school and being in a relationship, and I don't even really think it's that. I think it's just all together, it's the feeling of freedom and nostalgia that you feel when you look back at a time that you miss. And it was something that I was going through at the time. You know, I was leaving a chapter behind and starting a new one, and I thought that it was a really good fresh start and a good song to put on my first EP.
You know, I kind of get that. I really, really do. But at the same time, I mean, you're too young to have these life experiences. Where did they come from? Come on! You're only 19 years of age. You've got a whole heap of learning to do yet. Speaking of which, what are you studying at school right now?
I am studying secondary education, so I'm working to get my education degree. My major is psychology, so social sciences, and my minor is English.
Okay, any music in there as well?
Actually, I'm hoping to take a music theory class, but at our local college there is no music classes, so I'm hoping that I can take some online ones as the year progresses. We'll see.
Okay, the reason why I say that is that the quality of your work to this point is absolutely superb. Now, I've been a studio engineer, a recording engineer for about 37 something years. I've been a front of house engineer that's travelled the world with some of the biggest bands that you've ever heard of, literally, and some of them only have 4 letters to them, coming out of Australia, 2 bands there. You might be able to figure that out. If not, Google it. You know, 4 letters. I'm sure there's a lightning bolt in one of them too, by the way. Have a think that out. Them. Toured around extensively, and literally I have met so many bands over the years, and Jordyn, every now and again there's a gem, and I think that you have that quality. I really, really do. I think you're on the precipice right now of making it on the world stage, and well, it's an absolute honour to be able to play your music here at Galaxy. It really, really is. And I got to let you know right now, 64 countries, 96 cities around the world, and got to welcome in Nagasaki in Japan as well. Thank you for joining us. Also, Belfast in Ireland is joining us as well. Thank you guys. Really, really nice to have you guys on board. And let me introduce Jordyn Pollard to you. Believe me, this is a stunning artist, absolutely stunning. Fan question, and I know the answer to this. What's your marital status?
My marital status? Oh, I'm not married. I got a boyfriend.
There you go.
Things slow.
Absolutely. At 19 years of age, you got plenty of time for that, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, at the same time,
maybe I should say that I'm married so that people don't call me up and I am taken. Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and well, you would expect no less, right? You really would. Having said that, now, how do we get hold of you? Do you have a website? Do you have a merch store on your website?
I do. If you go on JordynPollardMusic.com, I have hoodies, long sleeve shirts, I have CDs, pictures. I'm working on making some new merch to come out soon, and we're gonna restock as well soon coming up. So we'll have a whole bunch of new stuff. I'm working on some face masks as well, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway on my Instagram. So if anyone would like to enter that, keep an eye on my Instagram and Facebook pages.
Awesome. Believe me, now you're just going to get swamped. You really are. But you're going to make a lot of money as well. Having said that, I might talk to you a little later on. Maybe you might send me a t-shirt or something like that where I can actually, while I'm doing this, literally, while I'm doing this, people do look, and a cup, look at that. I want one of them. Yeah, but believe me, people do look at these, and then before you know it, I mean, today I'm wearing Prairie States, and people go,
I love the Prairie States.
Good friends of ours, literally very, very good friends of ours, and we love them as well. So, you know, you're in good company now, you really, really are. And at the same time, the members of Galaxy family, as you can gather, you know what I mean? So,
yes.
Again, welcome to the Galaxy family. Yeah, and believe me, have you seen the Galaxy artist page on Facebook?
I have, yes. I looked on there yesterday. Yesterday, I was just chilling at home, and I thought I should check it out. And I looked through it a bit, and I'm super excited for what you guys are pushing for and showing off indie artists. I'm super, super happy to be a part of this, and I'm really grateful for people like you in this industry, so thank you.
Well, I tell you what, Jordyn, if you've got anything you want to advertise, if you've got gigs, if you've got a new song, if you just got a photo of yourself and just want to say hi, please use it, because people look, you know what I mean? And everybody from, you know, artists themselves or ordinary people like myself, all the way up to record labels, agents, promoters, you name it. They are all in there looking all the time. So please, please, please use it. And it's free.
Sounds great.
Love it. Love it.
Sure.
So, have you ever been to Australia?
I haven't, but I've always wanted to come and visit.
Okay, well, we're not in Australia. That's the other island just off from us.
I know, you're New Zealand. You're
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah, we have
But
this...
I mean, you were asking the question, so I thought I'd answer honestly.
Okay, well, the reason why I asked that is I want to talk about boomerangs. Have you ever thrown one? Have you ever tried to throw one?
I haven't, no.
Okay, well, you know it's an Aboriginal deal, a boomerang. And you know what they call it if it doesn't come back?
No, I have no clue what they could call it when it doesn't come back.
They call it a stick.
A stick?
Yeah, they're made of wood, don't forget.
Oh, yeah. That's
Really?
a good one.
But it's true, they do. They are bloody stick.
That's a good one.
Believe me, I've been to Australia many times and spoken to many, many native Australians, and yeah, they do. They go, it's a bloody stick.
Well, if it doesn't come back, that's all it is, I guess.
It is. So tell me about boomerang. Give me something about this, because I'm absolutely fascinated with this song.
Oh, this song, it was pitched to us from Anthem Entertainment. We actually went on the Olay bus at the time that Anthem was Olay in Hamilton, Ontario, here in Canada, during the CCMA Awards. And Angie, another amazing thing that she has done for me was get us on that bus to hear some song pitches. So you go up on the bus and you say who your influences are, talk to them a bit, and they push out songs and show you songs that you can record, and this one song, Boomerang, was pitched to us, and quite coincidentally, the co-writer on the song was Kelsey Ballerini, who I'm sure you've heard of. I'm pretty sure her husband is from your area. I don't know about Australia or New Zealand, but Morgan Evans, don't know which one, but she is one of my biggest inspirations, and she co-wrote this song. And it wasn't even the fact that she co-wrote it, but it was just the song itself. It was so sassy, and it's so me. I don't know, it's just one of those songs where I perform it and I just feel 100% myself, and I feel like I wrote it myself. So it really is a song meant for me, and I love it.
I love that as well, I really, really do. So live, joined by Jordyn Pollard herself and Boomerang here at Galaxy. You don't need that stiff drink yet.
No, I'm good. I like talking. I can talk all day.
Well, she's my sort.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You and Barbara would get on so well.
Oh, well, Barbara, we need to exchange numbers.
Yeah, I've
We
actually...
can have Skype wine nights and just gossip.
All right, then.
Oh,
like that.
You don't want Barbara on the juice, mate. Oh my God. It's a whole
No, yeah, we'll do that.
It's a personality change.
Yeah, no.
You, Grant, what do you like on the juice?
I've
no.
got
No.
your Skype
No.
address, so we can do that.
No.
Actually look
Here's
forward
one
to it.
for
It'd
you.
be
Check
funny.
this out. Have a look at this. Now,
Oh, I can't see what that says.
okay,
hip flask.
well, it's actually a hip flask.
To Grant, who signed that? I can't see.
It is a lady called Michelle Lee. Right, she's even put something in there.
10
Oh, that's
times
awesome.
Josie Award winner.
Right,
Whoa.
Alice ain't got nothing but moonshine.
And that, right? So, what's in here is literally moonshine from the Appalachian Mountains. Now, Michelle Lee is a 10-time Josie Award winner. I don't know whether you'd be familiar with the Josie Awards down in Dollywood.
Oh, Ryan, if
Yeah,
you've got
believe
any
me,
new
it's
music.
huge. It's like the last step before the Grammys. You know what I mean? Dolly Parton owns the property. So, anyway,
That's so awesome.
she
Oh, we need
won
to-
the
we need
10th
to-
one couple of
We need
weeks
to
ago.
introduce her to Michelle.
And she's the
Yeah.
country and western queen at Galaxy. Here, literally, she's royalty here. And
Yeah.
she challenged me to take a drink of this because she sent it to me. And, well, wow. I'll tell you the story in a minute.
Wow.
I will tell you the
Yes.
story in a
I
minute.
can't say that I've ever tried moonshine, so I don't know from
Oh, no, you don't want
That
to.
sounds pretty.
Well,
not
yeah,
me.
anyway,
No.
let's go back to the desk.
Sounds good.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, 28 away from 12 o'clock. It is 18 degrees downtown, still more than the weatherman. Happy about that, really am. Monday, September 28th, and I'm just talking to Jordyn Pollard about a little bit of moonshine. Now, believe me, this stuff, well, I'm not sure whether you'd be familiar with that right now, but believe me, over there, as we talk about the surreal times being COVID virus and everything, they're kind of passing it off as hand sanitizer right now. Yeah, it's stuff
Yes, the tequila smelling hand sanitizer.
Exactly. I mean, hey, if you're going to smell like a brewery, why not be a brewery? You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, this lady that sent me this particular item, now 10-time Josie Award winner, and believe me, the Josies are a big deal over that way. They really, really are. And got to let you know too that we have good friends that are selectors for the Grammy Awards. They keep an eye on what's happening there as well. Now, Michelle Lee, absolute legend 10 times. You just unheard of, really. And she's the most legendary performer there is at the Josie Award. She sent me this little hip flask and she says, Grant, when there's a special occasion, let's have a drink together. And I went, absolutely, I'm into that very, very much. Problem is, I don't really drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to appease the Queen of Galaxy, yeah, of course, my liege, sure, no worries. So she sent me a little shot glass right here, right? And
Yep.
it's got her brand on it, everything like that. She sent me that in the flask and she goes, all right, let's have a drink. So she gets her aide to go and get herself a drink out of the freezer that magically appears there, apparently, because apparently it's illegal right there.
Oh.
Not so much here. We can do whatever we want. If we want to brew our own stuff, no worries. But there apparently can't get taxes or something on it, so therefore it's illegal. And this stuff magically appears in her freezer. And she goes, let's have a drink. And I'm pouring it out, and she goes, I hope you've had it in the freezer. I'm going, no, I've had it on the shelf. She goes, so it's warm. I says, yeah, it's warm. She goes, oh my God. Oh my God. She goes, it is going to be so hot. I went, really? She goes, oh yeah, this is the real deal. Literally made by a hairy old man that comes out of the Appalachian Mountains.
I love the description.
You know, it's the real deal.
Wait, is that hair? I was going to say, that hairy old man could be you.
Well, it could be, but I'm not nowhere near the Appalachian. It could be, you know. In fact,
no.
it probably would have been if I was over there, but I'm not.
Just kidding, you're not that old. I'm just kidding.
I don't know, actually. I don't know about that. One kid thinks I'm older than the hills.
Oh no.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, were you around when the hills were made? I says, I was around when black and white was everything, you know. We lived, yeah, we lived in black and white. You remember those movies, right? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You're not there. Old.
Literally, well, I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, talking about this. So she has this big old swig in a mason jar of the stuff. She goes, what you were about to drink is actually out of this jar. It's my own personal juice. And I went, oh, okay. And she goes, so if it's room temperature, sip it. Problem with that is that we're Kiwis, and if anything's in a shot glass, it's got to be shot, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, sip it. Kiwi style. Bang. Down it goes. Instantly I turned red. apparently.
Lobster.
So red, in fact, that it was almost radiation time in here. The staff getting out the glasses and everything was shocking. I looked like one of those warning beacons that you see at night time over the harbour.
He did.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just about
no! Was
passed
that
out.
hot?
It was that hot.
Like burning?
Well, I tell you what, about an hour later I was feeling pretty tore up from the floor up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that blew my socks off. It really did. But you know what? It was funny, and she had a lot of laughs watching this, to be very honest with you. It was entertaining, so I enjoyed that. Want to move on a little bit, Jordyn. I'm just wondering, you know, once this COVID virus thing is over, all well and done with, would you maybe consider coming to New Zealand and performing in front of New Zealand audiences?
That isn't even a question. I would love to. It's always been a dream of mine to come and visit New Zealand and Australia, both. I would love to come to. I'd love to come visit you. Maybe I should bring a drink for you from Canada.
Well, yeah, maybe you should do that, and probably bail money as well.
Yeah.
You might need some of that as well. But Jordyn, we would love to have you come and perform in New Zealand. Maybe about 5 shows here, maybe about 8 to a dozen shows in Australia, only because we like their money, right?
Well, not because I like the money. I really love performing. It's probably my favorite part of being a musician. I've always been a performer since I was little. My mom says ever since I was 1.5, I was singing and dancing. So that's just always been my thing, and I'd love to do it even without the money. I just love performing so much.
Well, we would love to have you down in the Australasias, literally performing. Literally, we would love to have you on New Zealand stages in front of Kiwi audiences and Australian audiences, and you know, so forth and so forth. But I really do like their money as well. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah, money's good, especially now.
Exactly, we need a lot more of it. I got to be honest. Now, at the same time, Jordyn, we're kind of crazy here in New Zealand. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
You're crazy. Well, tell me why.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of a hoo-hoo grub?
I have not.
Okay, well, yeah, the indigenous folks of New Zealand is called the Maori here in New Zealand. And, well, one of their delicacies, and believe me, it is one of their delicacies, is the hoo-hoo grub, which is, you know, you're familiar with a caterpillar, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, this is a caterpillar on steroids. It's big. Well, it's like a double-decker bus to a mini. You know what I mean? Big.
Yeah.
It's white. It's got a black head. And what you do with it, and yet she's getting the idea already, you put the live body in your mouth and rip off the head. Don't eat the head, it's yucky. But when you crunch down on this, it's like eating creamy peanut butter.
Oh.
Tell you
Does
what,
it taste like peanut butter, or is that the texture? Or does it taste like peanut butter?
it tastes like peanut butter.
Okay, I will take you up on that, and I will do that, because I love peanut butter.
Well, nice.
I hope I'm not allergic to these caterpillars, because that would be bad.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. You know, no nut allergies. The only nut allergy you're ever going to find in New Zealand is me.
Yes, agreed.
Believe me, I'm the
You're
only
nuts,
nut in New Zealand
yes.
that she'll get an allergy from. But having said that, yes, we'll give you the video, the instructional videos, just to show you I'm not pulling your leg, that we actually do these things. Barbara will pass them on to you. Believe me, it'll be a lot of fun for you to watch. But at the same time, down in the west, now we're made up of 3 islands. Right down the bottom is an island called Stewart Island, right?
Okay.
Then whoever named New Zealand ran out of imagination and called the next one South. And then the one after, and then the one after that North.
Okay.
You couldn't think of a good. Stewart got a name. I mean, the rest of us got South and North. Yay, good, nice.
Well, I mean, my Saskatchewan, that's original, I guess. I think it means like fast flowing or something, like a river.
Okay.
There's a North Saskatchewan River, but yeah, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Odd names.
Well, you know, I don't mind Saskatchewan actually. Where does that originate from? What sort of language is that?
Yes.
I believe it's an indigenous language. It might be in Cree.
Cree? Fair enough.
No, Cree.
Yeah, I get it.
I think so.
Well, yeah, here's something for you. me, myself, I wasn't actually born here in New Zealand. I'm actually an American by birth.
Oh, okay.
That's why I got the flag behind me. Literally, I was born...
And which state are you from?
I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. My father was a Native American coming out of Tucson.
Oh, okay.
And then my mother was Scottish. So we made a strange mix.
Yeah, big combination.
Yeah, weird, really weird. You know, we'd go to... I feel like going to the pub, you know, and scalping somebody and then getting a beer on them.
Yeah.
Just one of those feelings every now and again. Anyway, but believe me, we do have some weird stuff here in New Zealand, and down the west coast of the South Island is a place called Hokitika that has a wild foods festival where the hoo-hoo grub makes a big presence. Really, you might be familiar with festivals where you see kids wandering around with candy floss and hot dogs on a stick, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not there.
No.
No, it's more like you see somebody wandering around with a deep fried locust on a stick.
Well, I mean, if that's what you like, then that's maybe I'd like it too if I tried it. I mean, we probably have weird stuff here, like deep fried pickles and stuff.
Oh, believe me, don't worry about that. You'll get some of that as well. We're all about that. Even the ice creams are weird. But having said that, yeah, it's kind of funky to watch a kid wandering around with something. They deep fry stuff that just shouldn't be deep fried. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Anyway, moving on down the bottom of the South Island, there's a little boutique town come city called Queenstown. Now, I noted in here that you knew about Shania Twain and stuff like that. Well, she actually owns property down there.
Oh, are you gonna take me to her house or something?
Well, you never know, actually. You never know. I might rock on up and say, Shania, well, you know, even if she is there, you know, you never know. We might be able to check that out, actually. But in Queens, you never know who you might bump into down there. I mean, Kevin Costner was down there not so long ago, and a friend of ours was hanging out with Kevin the other day. Yeah, Tommy Steele. I saw the videos and I saw the Facebooks and all those. Believe me, nice of you to be hanging out with Mr. Costner. Tom Cruise hangs out down there. Keanu Reeves. They all go down there to get away from their mates and their wives and everything, and take their friends.
Their wives. Did you say their wives?
Yeah, they get away from their wives.
Their wives.
That too. You know, what goes on in the road stays on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Pretty much. You get the idea. Yeah. But the thing is, Jordyn, you really don't want to bump into me down there.
Why not?
Because I'll throw you off a bridge.
Well, why is that? That's not fair.
No, it's
fun. Nice water?
Yeah, well,
it's fun. Okay.
Yeah, it is fun. We have a thing down there. A friend of mine who invented the sport bungee jumping down there.
That's so awesome.
And, well, we'll take you there, throw you off a bridge, we might even put you in this chair and swing you out over this big cavernous crevice, whatever. Lots of fun, really.
I believe that one of my sister's friends actually did that in New Zealand.
Well, there you go.
It might be in Queenstown. I'm not quite sure where it was, but
probably.
Yeah, I saw videos.
Yep, believe me, I've done it many times, and be happy to do it with you if you want a tandem. No worries there. In fact, I've even done it in Auckland off the Harbour Bridge, which is really, really cool. But special occasions for that one. At the same time, I'm a very, very proficient for 35 years now skydiver. So if you, want to be chucked out of a perfectly good aeroplane, I'll be more than willing to help you.
I would way rather jump out of an airplane in New Zealand than above a wheat field in Saskatchewan. So
okay.
If there's a great view, I will fall.
Nice. Well, we could either do it in Rotorua or Taupo, somewhere like that. Believe me, you would absolutely love it because I'm a member of both clubs, to be honest with you. But having said that, have you heard of Lord of the Rings?
I have. I actually have never watched the movies or read the books, but I am in a class right now where we're supposed to be reading the books, so I will be getting into Lord of the Rings soon.
Okay, well, let me tell you, the guy who made the movies Peter Jackson, Sir Peter Jackson, I actually went to university with way back in the day. I know him. And, well, Hobbiton, Middle Earth, is about an hour and a half away from where we are right now. And I'll get the staff while you're here to take you there. Have a look at the original hobbit holes, the wishing wells, the party trees, all that sort of stuff. Lots of fun. Problem is I can't go in because, well, I still owe the security one of the little golf carty things.
It's in the lake.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's in the lake, isn't it?
It's kind of bad. You told me about 2 times that you got kicked out of places.
I
So
told,
far today.
I did mention bring bail money, didn't I?
Yeah, bring in bail money. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let me warn,
I'll bring it.
let me warn you, I'm all about shenanigans, I really am. I like to have a lot of fun, you know. But
We
sometimes,
do.
you know, other people don't think that it's quite as funny as I do. But, you know, hey, that's what memories are about, right?
Exactly. That's right.
Have you ever heard of a Zorb?
Heard of a what? Sorry.
A Zorb, Z-O-R-B.
I haven't. No. I don't
Okay.
think I have.
Okay, lots of alcohol involved in this one, believe me. It's this is a heap of fun, it really, really is. It's a big, round, clear plastic ball that we put you in and roll you down a hill.
And is there alcohol in this bowl? Is that?
Well, you get pretty sauced before you get in. Well, you know, you might be kind
won't
of,
be able to
you know,
drink it,
all
I
sorts of
think.
upside down. There's water in there, you know, well, we have a hose if there's extra water in there when you get out. But we'll put some runners in front of you as well. It's like moving skittles now. And the reason why we say lots of alcohol is simply because when you run over them, the looks on their faces is priceless. Really is.
I'd love to do that. What? Okay, so it's a big ball and they put you
I'll
inside
send
it?
you a video.
And you go rolling down a hill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fun.
I don't know. I feel like I'd die. I might pass out after that.
Nah, you'll be fine. Believe me, the first time is always the funniest, but you just got to have another go. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll take you up on the luges and everything like that, take you to the restaurant top of the hill in Rotorua. Now, are you familiar, in being Canadian, I'm asking you an American question now, but are you familiar with Yellowstone National Park, with the geysers and the bubbly muds and all that sort of stuff?
The national what? Sorry, it just keeps.
Okay.
I didn't quite hear you there.
Yellowstone National Park. You familiar with that?
Yes, I have. Yes.
And all,
I've heard of Yellowstone. I've never been, but.
okay, so you're familiar that it's got geysers and bubbly mud and stuff like that, you know, all
Yeah.
volcanic stuff? Well, about an hour from where we are right here is exactly that. And that's where the Zorb is too, down in Rotorua, which is a traditional Maori tourist city. And we'll take you through to Hell's Gate and show you what it looked like, you know, 50 million years ago. It's absolutely fantastic. It is. Even using hot natural water to be able to cook with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
That's amazing. We have hot springs around here, like in Banff, which is probably 7 hours from here. I'm sure you've heard of Banff before, Banff
Yeah.
National Park. I'm pretty sure that the king and queen, or Prince Harry, was here at Banff with Meghan Markle when they first got married.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that man.
Well, she was on Suits, which was a drama, so I'm sure she brings a lot of
Yeah,
drama
there
to
you
the
go.
table.
Let's just look at the history, you know. One lady that broke up in a whole hierarchy. She did. She just destroyed the monarchy. She really did. Not going any
Move
further
on.
with that. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
not
boss.
getting into politics.
No. Well, we can do actually, but we won't right now. Anyway, Zorb, we will send you a video of the Zorb so that you know what to expect here in New Zealand. At the same time, do you like wine?
I do like wine, but I like cheap wine. I don't like anything, like, I don't know, I've never had any dry wine that I really liked. So if there was something that I could get into, maybe I'd like it even more. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, next time you're down at the bottle store, go and ask them if they've got any New Zealand wine, especially Marlborough New Zealand wine. Okay? You
Okay.
will absolutely love it. But while you're here,
Wow.
we'll take you to Marlborough itself. Test it for your own self, if you know what I mean. This is absolutely, well, we're not saying it's world best, but it's world competitive. You know what I mean?
Oh, but probably world best.
Yeah, well,
You can say it.
yeah, I don't want to boast because there might be an Australian get upset or something. You never know.
There might be a Canadian that's listening that might get upset. You never know.
Yeah, and then again, you know, French. Yeah. Let's not attack the French.
And French Canadians too.
Yeah. No, look, we're up there, but we're not saying that we're the world's best yet. But we do have some gold medals, let's put it that way. Anyway, believe me, there's some superb wines here in New Zealand. We'd love to show you some of our wineries while we're going up and down the country. And our biggest city, which is Auckland, out on the Hauraki Gulf, we'll take you for a meal out on the Hauraki Gulf, take in the ambience, have a few drinks, you know what I mean? And at the same time, we'll get some work done. What do you reckon?
By the Coast Guard.
Sounds good. I love getting work done. I don't know how much work done I get with drinks in me. I'm a lightweight, but I'll sip on some waters while you drink and we can work.
Don't worry. Now, do you like shopping?
I love shopping. Online shopping, shopping in person, antique shopping, just shopping in general. I love it.
Okay, well, you and Barbara really are going to get on. Barbara's an Olympic shopper.
I've most probably seen her on a YouTube.
I love sales. I'm a bargain searcher. I love bargains and deals, and I let my friends know whenever there's sales at different stores. So
it sounds like we're going to have to buy a big container to be able to house everything to send it back to Canada.
Yeah.
Love that idea. So Jordyn Pollard, we would love to have you here in New Zealand. It's a lot of fun. It really, really is. We can show you around Australia as well. And, well, you know, I'm not going to give the Australians a bit of stick today. I'm going to be nice to them. It's not their fault they can't spell beer. Just 4 X's. Yeah. It's true, they got a beer called 4X. But I suppose I think I'm pretty good to Jordyn. Maybe.
I think you're pretty nice to me. Do you think so, Barbara?
Yeah, he's nice to you.
Yeah. So Jordyn.
Yeah, he's pretty nice.
Jordyn, are you going to be good on me, or am I going to be good on you?
We can be good on each other.
Okay.
Does that work?
It does. So tell me all about Good on Me. This was the first song I ever heard of Jordyn Pollard's. Loved it. Tell me all about it.
Thank you. I'm really glad you love it. It's a song that was written by Thomas Archer, Hannah Ellis, and Kurt Gibbs. And Thomas Archer is one songwriter that I look up to, as well as Hannah Ellis and Kurt Gibbs, as of course. Thomas Archer co-wrote Luke Combs' new single, I'm loving on you. That one, he co-wrote that one, and I'm just so in love with the music that he writes. And I heard this song, and if this song isn't me, I don't know what is. I went through high school and I was the pickiest girl when it came to dating. I would talk to a guy for 2 weeks and then be like, oh, he acts like he's 12 years old. Just push him to the side. And that's how I've been until I've met my boyfriend that I have now. I liked him enough to keep him around. But this song is a song about being in a relationship, and this guy, he has a lot of great qualities, you know, but he just doesn't look good on me. He just doesn't fit. And the sass of this song and how fun it is to perform live, we just love this song. Me and my producer and Angie again, we went into the studio with Murray Pulver, Travis Switzer, and Chad Melcher, all Canadian musicians who I'm such a fan of, and we worked together to come up with different licks and different parts of the song, and Bart came up with some amazing production pieces. And this song, when we released it, it really opened my eyes to the fact that I 100% want to do music, and this is what I love to do. I love performing, and when I released that song, it was just kind of clarity of that, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed it, and I'm super happy for all the listeners to hear it. This is Good on Me.
Jordyn, 1,833 requests since we've been playing it right now. You're making a huge, huge hit here live as Jordyn Pollard and Good on Me on Galaxy. How are you feeling, Jordyn?
I'm feeling awesome. I
Nice.
love this. I really enjoy it. I love talking about music, and I'm a talker. I love talking about a lot of things. So when I get someone that likes to talk too, it's a good time.
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, unfortunately you get I get the better deal. You see, I get to look at somebody pretty. You get a radio face.
Oh no, I love it. And as soon as I saw your shirt, I was like, I knew that was a Prairie States shirt because I have that EP.
Nice.
It's my favorite. I freaking love them, and I saw them. I've seen them perform many times, and Matt Cardinal, the lead singer, he has a voice that I am such a fan of and such awe of. It's incredible. And I saw your shirt, and of course I love looking at you because you got a great beard too. So
Thank you. It took me a minute to grow.
it took you. Yeah, it's taken me a long time to grow mine.
Yeah, exactly. You look like my 17-year-old brother, just blow it off. Literally. Let me put this back up here.
Yeah.
Because we've discussed drinking alcohol. We shouldn't promote alcohol.
No.
No.
She's only young.
Lizzie McGuire. Wow. That's back in the day, isn't it? That movie?
Which one, sorry?
Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, I love Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, I see you're actually quite a buff of movies because you've named a couple here that I think are quite amazing actually in the day. So do you get a lot of movie watching?
I do. Especially throughout quarantine, my boyfriend and I really got into crime documentaries. So, like Making a Murderer, I love Making a Murderer. It's so interesting. I watch Forensic Files a lot.
Have you seen the first 48?
I have seen the first 48. Actually, my mom used to watch that all the time. We have some recorded upstairs. And Dateline, 60 Minutes.
Yep, absolutely. Believe me, you could be my bloody daughter because we sound so familiar. We really do. Let's go back to the desk. And for you guys that are watching right now, thank you for joining us. Who's with us?
We've got Chris Spear, Brian Smythe, and Ryan Cohen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live. And I'm very humbled, I really am, by Jordyn Pollard. Now, believe me, I think she looks good anywhere, literally, and I think she would look good on a Kiwi stage. Yes. That's where I think she belongs, literally, on stage. Now, I've got to ask you, let's set the scene here. The band's on stage, the lighting, the sound's all going. The crowd's out there absolutely cranking just before you go on stage. Do you get the butterflies?
I do. I used to get really bad stage anxiety, and I never did before, but when I started high school I got anxiety and it all of a sudden came over me, so it hasn't really gone away. I still get anxious before I go on stage, but once I am on stage, I am so in my element, and I just love what I'm doing up there that I don't even think about it, it just comes so natural. But yeah, before I go on stage, I just listen to some good old Taylor Swift tunes and dance my way out of the nerves, and it all works out.
Jordyn, I've got to be honest with you. I've performed in front of many large crowds and auditoriums over the years. We're talking 100, 150,000 people. No worries, not a problem. But I did one show here in New Zealand, in this town, literally. I had to talk to about 70 retired business people and their wives, everything like that, just sitting down watching me while I was on stage, talking to them and giving them a rundown on the station. Scariest time of my life.
Yeah.
Literally, no music involved. You know what I mean? It was all just people staring at you. It was like, holy hell.
Yeah, it's scary. Public speaking is one thing. I love talking one-on-one, but when I get that's one thing is when I'm talking in between songs, I like to stop, like just kind of stumble and not really stumble, I guess, kind of talk too much that I kind of forget the fact that I'm on stage singing. So I definitely feel that.
I get it, literally, and believe me, for me, I've been a Toastmaster host and all sorts of things. I've done so many, but only once in my life, and it was here in this town. Literally, this scared the living hell out of me. I'm talking to my seniors about my business, you know, and well, you know, kind of, I'm used to talking about music, you know what I mean? It helps if you got a bit of music to be able to play at the same time. But these people just sitting there. Now, the problem, no, I'm not even going to go there because my mate advised me to give, you know, and that was even scarier because if you pictured that one, yeah, no, I don't want to even mention that. It was that kind of love. It really was. Yeah. It could have been that kind of love. It could have been that kind of.
I wonder where I've heard that before.
That's a good segue, don't you think?
That was a great segue.
Nice,
I
nice.
really like that.
Nice. Tell me about that kind of love.
Yeah, That Kind of Love is a song that I wrote. I wrote this song when I was 15. I was in high school, and like I said, when I was in high school, I was very picky when it came to boys, and this song was my criteria at the time for what I wanted. This was that kind of love that I wanted. And like you said before, I love watching movies, and there are just some movies by John Hughes, who I absolutely love, that just exemplify everything that I would love in a relationship, like Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles, everything I would love. Grease, I mentioned that in the song as well. But it was just, I wrote it just fantasizing about, you know, meeting my boyfriend in a diner and wearing his leather jacket with my red lipstick. And this song's really groovy. I'm really glad that it made it onto the EP. And, you know, it's one of the songs that people get stuck in their head, and there's like a part that's that kind of love in the song, and when my parents and my family come out to my shows, they always clap that part, and it gets me so excited. I'm super happy to share this with you guys, and I'm really glad that you're going to play it.
You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined live by Jordyn Pollard and That Kind of Love. It's hot up here, Barbara. It really is. How you guys going? You alright? Believe me, it doesn't feel like it's winter. It doesn't.
It feels like fall, winter here. Starting to get cold.
Yeah, you guys are leaving summer now, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. The leaves are turning colors. They're coming off the trees really fast. You know, I love this time of year when all the trees are different colors. It's beautiful, but it never lasts long enough.
Are you in one of these regions that gets like 50 below?
I am not quite 50 below. I don't know if I've quite it. Maybe I have. That's a lie. It does get quite cold. I went to a small community school growing up, Hillmont, Saskatchewan. And we would ride the bus, and often, because we were on back roads and going in people's like farmyards and stuff, it was so icy and so snowy that a lot of the times the buses didn't even run because they got stuck all the time. So we had a lot of days off growing up.
We bitch and moan if it gets to 0.
We do.
Literally.
That's warm.
Yeah, look, we are the first to see the daylight of the new day every day, right? We're almost a day ahead of you right now. What are you, still Sunday over there?
Yes.
It's Sunday at 5 o'clock, 5:05 Sunday.
Okay, we're 5 minutes past 12 lunchtime here in New Zealand.
Yeah, so that's so crazy. That you said that at the beginning of the show, and I didn't even process that before this. I just, I knew that you are at different times, but the next day.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's so weird to think, hey?
We should send you the lotto numbers, see if you win. Anyway, hang on there. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. It is 6 after midday, 12 o'clock noon. Yeah, 18 degrees downtown. Weatherman's still losing actually. Monday, September 28th, and joined live by Jordyn and Jordyn Pollard. Jordyn, it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you about your music. Now, at the same time, are you recording new stuff at the moment?
Not at the moment, but we are in the process of picking new songs, and I'm also continuing writing songs for the next EP. Hopefully, some more of my original work will be on the next EP. And like you said before, thank you for having me on. I really enjoyed meeting you and your team, and I'm really happy that I was able to share my music with your audience, so thank you very much.
Well, the thanks all goes to you, Jordyn. You see, without people like you, and please keep doing what you're doing, because I wouldn't have a job otherwise, literally. So I really need you to keep working. I need you. Will you come back again? Will you talk to me again?
Of course, I would love to. As I said many times, I love talking, so just call me up. Even if you're not on air, we can talk about all of your native traditions. I would love to learn some more about that.
Absolutely, we'll do that. Otherwise, I tell you what, maybe you could call me at some stage and we would be happy to be able to reciprocate as well. Big word for me. Yeah. Reciprocate. Wow.
Reciprocate. That's a good one.
That's a goodie. I love that one. I have to employ it one more time at least. But Jordyn Pollard, please don't go anywhere just yet. But it has been an absolute pleasure to talk to you. And absolutely loving your music. Looking forward to meeting up with you again. I think you might be a little sadistic if you want to come back, but that's cool. I like, a bit of that. And I've got to say thank you to Angie Morris, coming out of Saroma Entertainment and Management as well. Thank you, Angie. Please don't go anywhere. We're going to do something really special right now. But in the meantime, folks, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM.